Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the American Sports Connection. I'm your host, the one and only Joey Railroads. Before I get my very special guest on here for this evening, don't forget to check out our social media pages. You can find it at facebook.com/American Sports Connection or on Twitter at ASC Pods, Instagrams at American Sports Connection. You can find our entire catalog on B Plus Player Radio. You can find them on Twitter at B Plus Radio. And don't forget to check out our sponsors over at the Squirt Circle magazine. You can find them on Twitter at TSCM Weekly. Use promo code ASCPOD and you could get 10% off your order. All right. So tonight, my very special guest for this evening is the co-owner of Battle Club Pro, Mr. Joakim Malice. Joakim, how are you doing this evening?
How are you, my friend?
I'm
Third time
doing,
the charm, huh?
Yeah, I'm doing well, trying to beat the heat.
Oh, man, it's gross outside, dude. I went outside twice, and I just instantly regretted both times being outside.
I said today's like one of those days where you feel like you got to take like 2 showers because you feel gross.
Exactly, bro. I freaking, first thing in the morning, take a shower, get ready, and then like I ran my errands, came home, and I had to take another one. It's just awful.
Yeah, dude, it was bad. So I haven't talked to you in a little while. The last time we spoke was right before Battle Club's big show that they were having, Malice at the Palace in Stafford Springs, Connecticut. Let's start off with that. How did the show go in your thoughts?
I love that venue. That place is incredible. It literally had every amenity you would ever need to run a wrestling show. I'm so hopeful that we can return to Stafford Springs. The staff that was there, the crowd that was there, like, it was great. It was really, really great. It was fun. The only thing is that the town kind of goes to sleep as a whole town after like 10:30.
Oh,
So that's
wow.
yeah, so that's different because the gals kind of want to hang out and chill. So you got it's me, our friend Damien, the GIF God, and we're kind of wandering the streets with Hudson Envy and Sue Young and trying to find some munchies, and nothing is open. So we just wandered into a gas station
That's so weird.
everyone recognized Sue, but was so horrified they wouldn't say anything. The entire store, like I'm in there, and like I'm in the suit, but like it's all undone because we just fucking broke down the ring or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you've got Hudson, who, like, with or without the gimmicks on, she's a very intimidating person. And then Sue's in the get-up. Sue's always in the get-up. So the store kind of stops and is like, what the they're looking around like, what the hell's going on?
Like, is this part of like the grudge or something?
So it's like, and I'm from Brooklyn, so like, I don't know if it's any like this anywhere else, but like everybody, I've noticed when you're out of state, everybody kind of waits in line to put their stuff on the counter, and I'm just like taking stuff and throwing it on the counter, and I keep moving. So they're like, who's this massive behemoth with these two scary individuals and these other two guys? And it's just hysterical. It's so funny. And, oh, man, it was good. It was good. The show was good. The venue was good. The show was great. Couple of mishaps. Like Hawkeye got hurt trying to help us set up the ring. We were joking that he almost lost his GIF finger. But and then Davian, who's oh God, she's awesome, monster. First match of the night, her and Hudson, they get into it, and right away they get into the crowd. There was a bar there. They started fighting on that, and Hudson. These chairs they're theater chairs, so like they don't fold. Hudson puts the chair on Davian's face, and then smashes another chair onto that chair. Davian comes up gushing, and I'm like, holy shit. And Davian goes on and wins the match, which was incredible. But the cut Oh man, it was a bad cut. But we get her to ER, and she comes back at the end of the night, and I start a "buy her shit" chant, and the fans listen. It was so great.
How pro wrestling is that?
Yeah, and it's not what I do. Usually, Mark Adam Haggerty is on the mic, but Mark. This was Mark's second show of the day, so he's a bit beat. So I'm on the mic, and I'm just doing the ring announcer kind of thing, which is really fun. I understand why Mark loves it so much because I'm sitting there like, hey, I'm the almighty voice of God here, and I'm just like, buy her shit, and then people just kind of flock over and start buying stuff from her, which is so awesome.
That's really. It's funny you mentioned that as about that match because I have the results sitting here right in front of me, and credit to Casey over at Squared Circle Sirens, who does a great job with all the female shows, keeping up on all that stuff. So I was able to pull it up. That's what it has right on here about her. That it says she got busted open bad above the eye from a chair spot.
Yeah, it was. Oh man, like. Oh God, what I think happened, what I surmised was that the chair that was thrown on top of the other chair, like, didn't hit correctly, and literally the leg just jabbed her right above the eyebrow.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I mean, dude, she got back in the ring, threw a killer fucking German, and nailed a beautiful fisherman suplex for the win.
Nice.
Yeah, like, and I've been in conversations with her. Like since, because I felt bad, and she's all high spirits about it. She's cool, and I was there's a new company starting up in upstate New York, a good friend of mine's, and I was able to get her booked there, and Lufisto, speedy recovery, and hope she destroys whatever battle she's going through. But she needed a replacement. Davian Fitz, like Davian and Jordan Grace. I jokingly called her Infant Pog because she's the new one on the scene. But like, man, I would love to book her as much as possible. She's definitely one that needs to be everywhere.
That's awesome, man. And I couldn't agree more about the stuff, whatever is going on with Lufisto. I had sent her a DM the other day, just kind of sending her, good vibes and all that jazz.
And she's so, like, she understands what she's going through. And my sister fought a similar battle. And so, like, I kind of, like, her and I kind of connected on that. And, but she's so chill about it. Like, yeah, I'm going to beat this. Like, it's not even like, yeah, I'm going to get through this. I know I'm going to get through this. This is what's got to get done. And I'll be all right. And, she's gotten so cool. I'm really glad that, like, I don't know if it's me. I don't know what the situation is, but like every time I end up speaking to a talent, like I just kind of feel like there's a bit of a connection. Like it at least on my end, I try to make it more than business because I understand that these people put their body on the line to pursue a dream. They're not just a damn tool. They mean more than what they are just doing. You know what I'm saying? They're not just a worker. Like that's the word that they all use, but that's not what they are. They're human beings. So like I try to do my best to care for them, and like I feel at least that connections are created whenever I do speak to some of the talent. So at least I feel that way. I hope that I come off as genuine because it's genuine. I understand that not everybody can fucking do what they do. So.
No, I absolutely agree. All right, here. I'm going to scroll down the rest of this card here and get your thoughts on all the matches. Let's see here. We have Tasha Steelz defeating Caitlin Diamond.
Caitlin Diamond.
Yeah, Diamond. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. Diamond was really impressive. It was different. She's got a presence about her in person. And obviously, Tasha, like I said, she's going to be around Battle Club. Like, she's going to be a mainstay for sure. The match was good. They had a lot of back and forth, and it was I didn't say this earlier, but commentary was up in the first mezzanine, in the theater, which was incredible. Like, it's one thing to be ringside, but to sit there and be over and watch everything from that angle was so cool. So, like, I felt like I got a better visual of what was going on, and I just noticed as the match was going, I was like, wow, like these two work really well together. Like, I would like to have Caitlyn back as soon as possible. But yeah, Tasha's super impressive. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cutter for the finish, and the crowd loves her, man.
Hey, well, that's always important. Okay, next we have Candy Cartwright picking up the win against Nikki Adams.
Candy Cartwright had me dying on commentary. The temper tantrums. She reminded me of my niece who, like, my niece just graduated. She's going to college, but she reminded me of my niece when she was 6. She's like, "What do you mean that wasn't 3?" Like, I was rolling on commentary. It was the greatest thing. I'm the champ. Look, my tights. Like, she was just hysterical. Oh, that match was so good. And then Nikki had a shiner on her. Like, Nikki looked like she just finished fighting Drago. Like, the black eye that Nikki had, I couldn't, like, fathom. Like, she came out there and she still had a hell of a match.
Yeah, we call it Battle Club Pro, but she's got the battle scars.
Oh,
that.
yeah, dude, that black eye was something impressive, man. I was like, whoa. But the match was good. Like, they were different styles. Nikki's a very well-known name out here. You know, wow, and she worked Wrestle Pro. So, like, people know who she is. And then Candy Cartwright, double champ. And that belt is beautiful. It was just like, it was good. Like, it was good. It was a match you kind of invested in because the Candy just gets you going. Like, everyone has seen a spoiled brat at 6 years old, and it was just like, oh, look, she's wrestling now.
Like when I think it was Christian back in the day that used to.
Oh yeah, throwing a temper tantrum. Like, that's what it was, but she's vocal about it. So it's like it's the whole stomp, slam. Give me my candy now. Like, it was great. It was really great to watch.
That's awesome. All right, moving on, we have Veda Scott picking up the W against Alley Cat.
Alley Cat and Veda Scott. I don't think people understand, like... So, Veda does the thing where she has the mascot head, right?
Yes.
So she's dancing. Allie's watching her, mesmerized. Veda takes the head off to get into the ring. Allie's like, where'd the cat go? Veda goes and puts the cat back on, and Allie's happy again. It's like a cat seeing a catnip or something. And she's all excited. She takes the hat off, the mascot mask off, and Allie's confused again.
That's funny.
Allie went to do a dive, and I don't know where Veda found a box. Veda throws the box in the ring. Allie stops. Allie circles, starts to purr, and sits in the box.
Oh my God, that's great.
She says, if I fits, I sits. but okay, the gimmicks aside, man, like, Veda has been nothing but wonderful for us. And Allie was really impressive. I mean, aside from really going full throttle with who she is as a character, she can go. Like, she can wrestle. And I wouldn't say it was an upset because Allie's known for, like, doing big things, but, like, you know, it's just like the match was, it was, Allie's another name. Alley Cat's going to be around for sure. Like, I don't know how I'm going to bring her back or what match I'm going to bring her back in, but, like, the gimmick was great. The wrestling was great. And I fell in love. Like, it's I guess it's like the cheesy, like, man, the word's escaping me right now. It's just like a cliche for a promoter, like, oh, I love all the talent. But I literally, like, every match, I was like, oh my God, you should be on every show. Like, I felt like that with most of the talent on the card. And that match just, like, it did it for me, man. Allie was someone I've been watching for a while, and like I said, Beta's been nothing but great for us. So that match was just so awesome. Like I can't speak highly enough all the talent that was on the card. But that one moment, she sat in the box. I'm like, oh my god.
That's
Every
great.
it's like you're in a $6,000 ring and you choose to sit in the box that's in the ring. Just
Oh man. All right. Next we have Katrid defeating Vanity.
Katrid is undefeated in Battlefield Pro, and she gave us a real stern reminder of that when she beat Vanity. What happened was Vanity had attacked Katrid before Katrid came out. It was supposed to be a triple threat, and that just went out the window. Vanity came out, beat her up because they were in the first ever match. They were in that three-way: Vanity, Katrid, and MJ Jenkins. Well, like I said the last time we spoke, MJ had made her return. Well, these two ladies were making a return of their own. So Vanity goes to prove a point. It's like, I want to fight you. So on the fly, we make the match. Katrid versus Vanity, and Katrid was impressive. Katrid won with the Deus Ex Machina submission, and she looked up at me, reminded me that she's 3-0, and now we have a champ. So, I mean, the match is going to have to happen, man. It has to.
Yeah, it's something that's gonna probably be later on down the line.
Yeah, for sure. The match definitely will take place.
Okay, next we have Santana Garrett picking up the win over Kylie Ray.
Kylie Ray had the crowd, myself, my music operator, and my fellow commentary partner singing the Pokemon. She came out, and it was just it's instant. It's just one of those songs like if I was to say in West Philadelphia, everyone's gonna know Born and Raised, and everyone's just gonna go along. It's Pokemon. The Pokemon theme is just one of those songs you just know to sing when it starts. And Santana, man, she's flawless in the ring. That match was so good, like so impressed. And they had such great sportsmanship. They were so kind to each other in the ring, even though both ladies wanted to win. The Shining Star press was beautiful as always, and Santana picked the win up. And it's just, again, you just watch the wrestling and you just can't help but be enamored with what's going on with these incredible athletes, these icons, and they're exactly that, man. They just do so well. It's one of the best business decisions myself and Carlos have made to make our first champion a woman, because they're just so good. It's not the way it was, when everyone's like, oh, hey, bra and panties match, and that's what women's wrestling is. Like, no, these gals, they can really go.
No, I completely agree. It's from the Attitude Era to now, it's like night and day.
Absolutely. And then I was speaking to Damien on his podcast, and we always talk about it in person. Like, he's such a great guy. It's like, you want to see something done right, man. Watch the ladies do it. And this match, you talk about sportsmanship, athleticism, getting the crowd into it, being simultaneously different yet similar. Like, they're both characters, Kylie's the whole I am the Pokemon trainer. I'm gonna be the Pokemon trainer. Here my Pikachu gear. Here's my Pikachu gear. And then Santana's Wonder Woman. She can do it all, and she looks like Wonder Woman. And they clash, and they're both comic book cartoon characters, but they're different kinds. It was just great. A couple of America's sweethearts just going full throttle on that ring.
Awesome. Okay, next we have Solo Darling defeating Gabby Ortiz.
Huge congratulations to Gabby Ortiz. She received the NXT tryout. And that's amazing because she deserved it. But Solo Darling was incredible. Her presence, she came out with Officer Magnum, who's a humongous hit. The guy has Officer Magnum sold more autographs in like 20 minutes than I've ever sold in my entire life. Because I've never sold anything. But he just sat there like people went and they wanted his paw print. It was great, you know? And Solo's just impressive. And the match was back and forth. They traded apron DDTs, which is like not something you expect, I guess, because, you know, these are both very lovely ladies, very nice physiques. So I didn't expect them to get kind of like, that was gritty. That was real gritty of them. Like, I felt like, oh, snap, that's what Battle Club's about, like that grittiness, that Bronx feel. Like, so they exchanged DDTs on the aprons. I'm like, holy shit. And, you know, like, they went a while. Like, I was impressed, but Solo, like, the look, the character, the physique, she's so strong. And she won the match, and it was just like, wow. I mean, like, every single wrestler was like, every single one of those competitors had a point where it was like, hey, look at me, I'm here, notice me. And it was well deserved. But, you know, Solo was like, okay, yeah, for sure. You know, it was just one of those things, like, they all stood out in their own way, but I want to say the most impressive debut was probably Solo, darling.
That's awesome. And last but certainly not least, Harlow O'Hara picking up the win over Su Yung in a last woman standing match to become the #1 contender for the Icons Championship.
Yeah, so we're gonna start this backwards. She let us know that she didn't want Jordan yet. She let us know that she's got some other plans. So Harlow's gonna be facing Mia Yim at Bash in the Bronx.
Oh, wow.
It's just incredible. Like, she told us, she's like, no, I want Mia. And we're like, you're the #1 contender, wouldn't it? No, I want Mia. I'll wait for Grace. So it was like, holy shit, you know, and that's going to be a killer match. That is going to be a killer match. But yeah, that match they went all over. I mean, you talk about fight. I want to say they threw each other into all sections of the crowd, at least once. At least once. Sue landed in Tim's lap. Tim, the Pats fan on Twitter, and he's just like, he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know if he should get up or not get up. So it was insane.
He was like confused.
They beat the hell out of each other. And it was a massive win by Harlow, who's been on a roll. Everywhere she goes, the crowd falls in love with her. Everywhere. And I have to say this, that Connecticut, that Stafford Springs crowd was super respectful. It was not the typical, like, rowdy New York, New Jersey crowd. Like, they were very observant, and when they saw something they needed to respond to, they clapped it up. Like, it was almost Japanese-like. So, like, the ladies all killed it, and the crowd was so respectful of all the action. I was impressed with that crowd. But yeah, you talk about massive wins, like Willow Nightingale, Jessica Havoc being the last competitor in the gauntlet, and now Su Yung. Like, Harlow is digging into Battle Club, and she's laying that foundation like, I'm the one. I mean, she didn't get it done against Jordan, but she's now the #1 contender. And what more can you say about Sue? Like, Impact champion, everywhere she goes, like, she's off the charts. That match was crazy. It was so hard hitting, and it was a weird moment. Like you saw someone get put on a pedestal. So the finish was okay. So let me walk you through this match. They beat the crap out of each other for about 25 minutes. All right. They end up on the bar, and Tasha Steele's at the bar, you know, pitching her merch. Got to do what you got to do. You got to sell what you got to sell. I don't know if it was a on purpose thing or whatnot, but Sue kind of wipes beer off her face with the Puerto Rican flag.
Ooh.
And you know who Tasha Steele is. Tasha Steele is as proud a Puerto Rican as they come. So Damien had to like stop her from involving herself into the match, which didn't really help because she ended up doing that. She came in. There was a point where Harlow had Sue in the Harlock, and Sue reaches back and puts the purge on Harlow. So now they're both like have each other in a submission, and then Tasha comes out, interferes, breaks away. She gets sent back, and now they've been fighting for like another 10 minutes. These ladies went about 35 minutes. It was an incredible match. She was on the top rope, and Tasha comes back out, but then I guess Sue felt it, like those powers, the undead bride. She knew it was coming, and she missed Tasha. So she's out. But that gave Harlow just enough to hit that unholy trinity and the last rites DDT. Now, she hits it, and Harlow and both competitors are down, so senior referee Mark Dundee starts his count. And I guess Harlow, like, the adrenaline, like, got to her, like, count. So, I guess around the 5 or 6, she realized that, like, okay, I did it, I won. And she lays back down. And I'm like, if Harlow doesn't get on her feet, she loses the match too. So, like, Harlow does, like, this thing where she's resting. She hears 8, and she just slowly rolls out the ring and lands on her feet. She's like, I'm not even going to use my energy to stand up. I'm just going to fall onto my feet to win this match. And I'm just like, wow, that was such a smart thing. Like, it's something we've seen before, but it's so smart. Like, she just used everything she had to beat the Impact champion. And it's just like, you get into the moment, and you don't realize something at the last minute, you know, like, I got this one, but it's like, you don't have this one yet. You're both down. It was just, I guess, like a weird thing. Maybe like like she stomped on it. Like, yeah, I could have won any way I wanted to. I did this on purpose, but that match was eye-opening, man. Like, they went all over. They beat the shit out of each other. They really did. And I was in awe. The crowd was in awe. That match was the most the crowd was into it the whole night, and deservedly so. Like, they went everywhere. They drank beer together at one point, and they continued to beat the shit out of each other.
What I was going to say is I guess you would call it like a aha moment.
Yeah. So what it was like, okay, and just let me just roll out. It was good though, man. It was the entire night of action. Like, these icons always deliver. They always deliver. And, you know, it was a new market, and I feel like we did really well. The crowd was impressed. Like, at the end of the night, before the show starts, I like to address the crowd. It's just something I like to do. And Mark goes, you guys might not know who he is, but at the end of the night, you'll be thanking him. 3 hours later, please come back. And this is not even me praising myself, but like, the fans want us to be back, so we would love to come back. You know, it would be a huge honor, and it was such a great night. It really was. It was so fun. You know, we've got a number one contender, and we've also got a person who, you know, in the 2 years that we've been around, has never lost. So we've got another deserving person who deserves a title match. Jordan's going to have her first title defense at Bash of the Bronx against Samantha Heights, who's another Icon's debut. Like, the ladies are killing it, and we want to just keep continuing to give them a platform to display all their wonderful talents.
Absolutely. Now, if people weren't there live to see the show, how can they check it out online?
TitleMatchNetwork.com. Title Match is one of our most consistent and amazing sponsors. They always have our stuff up once it's edited and ready for a show. You can rent or buy from them. They always have our stuff, and all our stuff is on their network. So you want to go back to, you know, the first show or the show featuring Drew Galloway, EC3, any of those shows you want to go back and watch. Title Match has it. Some of our stuff is on our YouTube network, Battle Club Pro on YouTube. And then, you know, if you just want a shortcut and watch the really crazy parts, you know, Hokai on Twitter, the GIF God. He has all our shit too.
Yeah, I'd call him the GIF Master.
That's what he is, man. That's what he's the Michael Jordan of the GIF game. Like, he needs his logo, like, You know how Big Pun did the logo with the mic, like Michael
Yes.
Jordan? He needs one like that, but with a cell phone.
Oh, that would be
That'd be
amazing.
so cool, right? I'm gonna start drawing that shit up. Somebody probably hear this and beat me to it, but that'd be great. He needs his own fucking logo.
I have to tell Struggles that I don't know if you know Struggles that does the Spotlight series podcast. He's a really good artist. I'll have to send that shit to
Oh
him.
yeah, then let him know he can do that shit. That'd be fucking great.
Yeah. All right. Before we get out of here, real quick, when is the next Battle Club show? I know you'd mentioned something about being in the Bronx in
Yeah,
July.
July 21st, we come back to the Bronx. We haven't been in the Bronx since 2017, May of 2017. So, 14 months later. 14 months later, we'll be back in the Bronx. And, dude, already killer matchups announced. LAX versus Strong Style Brand.
Ooh.
LAX versus Austin Theory and JT Dunn. And JT Dunn, you talk about two guys who are scorching hot. Austin Theory and JT Dunn are legitimately setting the world on fire. Probably the only person comparable, or the only people comparable to their heat right now is Joey Janela and PCO. So it's like those four guys are literally lighting the wrestling world on fire. And you got two of them in one match on the same team representing Strong Style Brand versus LAX, who, again, always have an affinity. They were the first match I ever called. You know, Santana Ortiz, Impact champions 3 times, House of Glory champions, Wrestle Pro champions. Like, they get gold wherever they go. You know, like, I guarantee if they're not, you know, permanently contracted by ROH, New Japan, or the WWE, when we announce our tag titles, like, they'll have those too. If they're not the first, they'll definitely be the second. Like, they just gather gold. It's like they are the Infinity Gauntlet and just gonna walk and start grabbing gems.
Yeah.
They just walk and grab titles, and deservedly so. They're incredibly talented and incredibly deserving. We have Federated versus the Ugly Ducks round 2. Which is going to be great. It was one of my favorite tag matches last year. It was Federated versus the Ducks.
I love the Ducks.
The Ducks are so good. The Ducks, like LAX, deserve to be everywhere. Everywhere, all the time. Like, they should be cloned because they should be wrestling for every promotion every Saturday night. Like, they're so entertaining. They're so athletic. It's hard to get that good mix of comedic entertainment and legitimately holy shit wrestling. And they do it.
I can say, and this is very few people I can say this about, I've seen a lot of their matches, and I don't think I've ever seen them have a bad match.
Dude, like, if you ever get the privilege of talking to Rob Killjoy, first, God bless your ears because you have to focus to keep up. The guy speaks a million miles a minute, but he's so good at what he does, like, you get what he's saying. But, like, he'll tell you, like, he's so critical of himself. Like, you'll be like, yo, that match was amazing. And he'll hit you with 5 things that he thought could have been better. And then you think about it, it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? That was great. He was like, oh, man, thank you, man. But it really could have been better. And it's like, he's so, and I think that's what it is. The driving force between, you know, Lance and Rob and Coach Mikey, like, they want to be the best. Every single time they're on the stage of any wrestling promotion, they want to be the best.
Yeah, they're never satisfied.
Never satisfied. So those are two of the matches. Samantha Heights takes the challenge. She's going to be taking the first ever Icons title defense. Jordan Grace is going to be defending her Icons title for the first time against Samantha Heights. Samantha Heights is, you know, that Ohio prodigy. Like, she's so good. So good. And that match is going to be hard hitting. You know, Jordan's going to be looking to go in there and leave the way she came as the Battle Club Icons champion. And it's going to be you know, if I can steal the line from JR, a slobber knocker, like this barn burner, like that one's going to be great.
Especially considering Samantha's coming out of the OI 4K Academy.
Yeah, and you want to talk about a wrestling legacy. Like, everything that Ohio versus everything Ohio is for Killers Academy touches, gold. Wentz, Xavier, Havoc, Gaines. I could go on forever.
Oh, you could, yeah.
Like, they just it's like man, it's like we've all seen Terminator. It's like they're just pumping out T-1000s.
Yeah.
And they're all so great, and they're so good at being adaptive. Like, man, the special. That area is special. That area for wrestling is just so special. And I just do whatever I can to try to bring as much as that talent over. We also have announced earlier was Darius Carter, wrestling's richest prize, versus Darius Lockhart, the revolutionary. So you've got two men of incredible stature in the wrestling business. They both want to make change in two entirely different ways, with two entirely different methods.
Yeah.
In the promo that Darius had given us that he gave us for Lockhart, he's like, you're the Martin Luther to my Malcolm X, or my Malcolm X to my Martin Luther. Like, he gave that comparison, and it's true. It's like, like, Lockhart is a revolutionary. He's a visionary. He's about uplifting. He wants to create change, just not on the wrestling scale, on the social scale, but he wants to do it in a positive manner. And Darius is about Darius. He's going to make change because he's going to force change. He began his mission a long time ago, and he has seen different incarnations of his crusade. And this latest one with the Carnies is just so impactful. He's going to force change upon people. And it's just going to be so good because they're so different, yet they're so similar. Like, they both have the same idea. They both want to have this. They both have the same message. They're doing it in two completely different ways.
No, I agree with you on that, and that should be very interesting.
Yeah. Anthony Bowens versus Alexander James. You talk about two studs, two 5-tool players, two guys that can do everything and look like $1 million doing it. I mean, I can never say this enough. Bowens is the guy we chose to put the company, we put it on his back for the first two events. He main evented those first two events, and he's been incredible every single time ever since. And Alexander James is just destroying it in Germany, like becoming a superstar overseas. And I've been in talks for him for a while, and I was like, when I get you on, I'm going to give you an opponent worthy of who you are. And I couldn't make a better matchup right now. Literally, the only matchup that I think is more impressive when it comes to an overseas star is our main event. And I'm sure you've seen the promo.
Yeah.
I have gotten so many messages about that promo. Like, it was a pleasure to be there and help produce, to watch it being filmed, and to watch the final product. Like, I tell Carlos this every time we do a promo video. Like, I'll assist and he does the shots and we talk, but that final product, like, I call him, he's a fucking wizard. He is a wizard at making things like that. And that video just came out so good. Jimmy Havoc, King of the Goths, versus the Bad Apple, Matt McIntosh. Like, if he wants to cement himself as the ace of Battle Club Pro, he needs this win. It's not even a question of, hey, I got to hang for a while. He has to win this match, and he has to show everyone why he's the ace. McIntosh has been incredible. He's the only person that's been in 3 of our promo videos. Unfortunately, one had to disappear because, of some morons' awful indiscretions. But the one against Ethan Page, everyone loved. Everyone loved the one he had against Ethan Page. He ordered something from Amazon and got it the same day. And then this one, I mean, literally showing the people he's just burned through. And you look at his competition, it's incredible. But like he said in the video, they were pawns, they were bishops, they were rooks, they were preparing him for the king. He's beating the likes of Taverna, Brute, Bowens, Joseph Blackcloud, he who shall not be named. He beat Ethan Page. He beat Jason Cade, all in stellar matches. All in stellar matches. But that's our main event, man. And you talk about a guy who deserves it. Matt McIntosh deserves to be in that main event. And mark my words, because I've spoken to him. He's going to do whatever it takes to win this match.
I was gonna say, and that says a lot because we know if you follow online what Jimmy Havoc is capable of.
Yes, and Matt has told me, it's like, I'm willing to go to war with this fucker. Like, I'm willing to, if need be, die, but I will be victorious.
Wow.
Yeah, he's all about this, dude. He's so all, and there's this new fire in Matt. Like, Matt's so good. It's like when we spoke about guys like Teddy Hart. Like, it's effortless when you see Matt in that ring. He's just so good. He's got it, you know. And like when I saw him last, there's just like this burning, this fire. Like, again, Carlos being a wizard. I guess he saw it too. That's why at the end of that promo video, the graphic flames up. Like, that fire is there, man. It's like in Rocky 3 after he loses to Clubber Lang. Like, he's a whole new man, bro.
No, I understand completely what you mean. It totally makes sense. Now, real quick before we get out, if people want to purchase tickets for your show at the Bronx, how can they do that?
BattleClubPro.com, man, and all social media outlets, on Instagram and Twitter, @BattleClubPro, Facebook, BattleClubPro, like, all that stuff will lead you right back to our website, BattleClubPro.com, where you can pre-order your tickets. You can get VIP. We're going to come up with some really cool things for you VIP guys. I'm pretty sure it's going to involve the championship title that we have. So, like, you might definitely want to get those VIP tickets because I wouldn't pass up on the opportunities that we're going to have. We're going to have posters, you know, the meet and greet, just the usual. And what's great about this event in the Bronx, it's going to be a little bit earlier to make sure that we avoid any nonsense with the New York State Athletic Commission. It's going to be around, like, things will start up around 5, and the show should be done no later than 9 o'clock. So, like, that 4-hour window, like, you still can get home at a decent hour. You got to worry about crazy traffic or, like, falling asleep at the wheel or in the train. Like, it's going to be a great show. I feel it's at a really good time, especially for New York. And, you know, you don't want to be in that crazy blazing heat at 11 or 12 at night, you know? So, like, I feel like it's perfect. It's a brand new venue, 345 Brook Avenue, Bronx, New York. Like, I'm feeling so good about this show. I just can't wait to see everybody come out. Again, I love all you guys' support, man. Joey, you've been awesome. Like, I've done this podcast. This is my 3rd time now. Like, and I can't thank you enough for all your support. B+ Player Radio. Again, I love the Madman. Mark Adam Haggerty is.
Or as I call him, Marky Mark.
Yeah, but, you know, like, I'll never forget. Like, he got put on with the Lab, and then I saw he shared a picture on social media, and just something about the picture reminded me of the Joker. It did. It was just like he had his hands up and he had this really stoic look, and I hit him up. I was like, dude, you look like a madman, and he was like, thanks, I guess. I'm like, no, it's beautiful. It works on so many levels, and like I've been calling him that since. And I don't know if you've seen his promo for his wrestling debut.
Yes.
Yeah. So, like, he's got to be a madman to do that. Like, he literally picks on 15 other people, and he sees the 3 biggest guys in the match, and he's trying to put them against each other. Like, he's nuts in all the best ways. But he's so good. He's so amazing at what he does. He's incredibly talented. He's one of my best friends in the business. And honestly, like, we don't hang out much outside the business, but I can say, like, he's probably one of my best friends, period. He's just something about him. You just connect. You just connect to, you know, and he's an amazing guy. And, yeah, I'd be remiss if I didn't plug the Lab, Wrestler's Laboratory's first ever solo show, Lab Normal, which is such an incredibly amazing company. And they're so talented and creative. Lab Normal, like, it's what they do is abnormal. And then to sit there, just that one L, that one little L, like, Lab Normal is so different. 60+ talents on one card, an incredible number of matches, an incredible plethora of diversity. I mean, I couldn't even name all their wrestlers if I tried. We'd be here till Thursday. But like that show's going to be stacked and awesome. July 8th, Richfield Park, New Jersey. Like it's going to be a killer show.
I was going to say, all you need to know for that show is one of the hottest guys in indie wrestling right now, because you'd mentioned a couple of them. Well, he's going to be there, the bad boy himself, Joey Janela.
Against their champion, the Hitman for Hire, Mr. Grimm, who's another guy. He's very, very similar to Harlow. Wherever he goes, people fall in love with him. It's just, there's something about being able to connect. Like, yes, you know, wrestling's larger than life. You see these people, you're like, holy crap, like this person has a beautiful physique or an incredible character. But like, there's something to be said for those wrestlers who connect with people on a personal level. And I feel like Harlow and Grimm have that. Like when they come out, people are like, yo, I can rock with this person. And Grimm has that. And that's why he's their champ, because, I mean, he took that opportunity in Brooklyn. He became the Nucleus champ, and then they crowned him the official Wrestlers Laboratory champion with that gorgeous title in Jersey. So, like, Grimm's got it, man. And Janela's in for a fight. Like, he's the bad boy, and he's gone on record to say, like, you're going to have to kill me to beat me. Grimm might kill him. Grimm just might do it.
It's funny you mentioned the stuff about Grimm. At Innovative, when he won his match, you said because he's such a polarizing person, people were actually chanting for the body bag.
Yes, they want the body bag. And here's a spoiler for Innovative Pro, July 22nd. The body bag will be in the house.
Ooh.
We just don't know who's going to get it. But the body bag will be in the house. So you got to come out, you got to see the show, and you got to see who the Hitman decides to complete his contract on.
All right. Well, on that note, we're going to get out of here for tonight. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, give it a thumbs up, all that good stuff. And we'll see you back next time. Have a good night, everybody.